I originally tried to record this thing. The first time, the video that I promised to upload yesterday or whatever, or not yesterday, well, I forget what day. But anyways, I promised to upload it the day after. And it turns out that it didn't actually, and you're making it very weird and yeah. But I promised that I was going to upload. Turns out that it didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. So I re-recorded it. Well, people kept on interrupting, so I re-recorded it again. And people kept on interrupting, so I re-recorded it, and the camera decided to delete 2 parts of it. So.
You wasted a minute and a half.
I know. But I usually do that anyways with my Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Anyways, okay, so what we're gonna learn now is in Japanese, particles always have particles. In Japanese, words always have particles that follow it. Okay, so this is usually related to the verbs. So we're going to learn 4 different particles first. We're going to learn about de, ni, e, and o. Sounds like a little birdie. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to go over is, I will look over your homework that you emailed me. Yes, there is homework.
You give homework?
Yes, he does.
What?
Okay.
That's spots.
The first thing is de. Okay. De describes where an event took place. So.
Sam, write bigger. Like no joke. You can't read that.
Can't read it?
Yeah.
And how big am I supposed to write it?
Try triple the size. Yeah, that looks better.
De describes where the event took place. Okay? Okay, so for example, if I'm deciding that I'm going to do something, right? I'm going to use de for that place that I'm doing something. It's the same in Korean, actually.
I know.
Yeah. So if I say, for example, this is an example. If I say toshokan de, hon o yomi. Okay, so if I say toshokan de hon o yomimasu, what I am, notice that the de, I'm going to use a different color because I like different colors, and you can't see that with a flip. But notice the de is instigating where the action is taking place. Okay, so what is toshokan de hon o yomimasu?
You get a book at the library.
Yep. Think of 2 other sentences and come up with 2 sentences. Think of 2 sentences using de. Do you understand what de is? Like if I say, like...
And write bigger, Sam.
Again?
Yeah, I mean, I can read it, but I'm pretty sure someone's going to have trouble reading the Japanese.
This will be on a big computer too, or?
I would say just make it legible even now.
misspelled it. Thanks, Bright. Making me miss my thing.
And it's past 6 minute mark.
Is it still recording?
I guess.
Yes.
6:10 and it doesn't say anything.
Okay, it should be about 6 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
喫茶店で、
コーヒーを飲みます。
コーヒーを、飲みます。So what is that saying?
You drink coffee at the cafe.
Yep. So does that all make sense? Okay, think of a couple sentences that have that in them and read them. So write, think. Did you come up with 2 sentences?
Yes, I did.
Would you like to go write them? You can bring the paper up, it doesn't matter.
Are you participating, Bright?
Of course.
What is Brett doing?
Is he
Of course I'm participating. What do you think I'm doing? Oh, there's a student who's on the board.
Oh, he's actually gonna write it over there. Nothing.
Okay. You can read just fine.
Yeah. It's better than Sam's.
Is it Emas or Nemas?
寝ます。
That's what I thought.
寝ます。図書館で寝ます。
I slept at the library.
Slept or I sleep?
I sleep.
Okay.
And just to be a show-off douche.
Yeah. Ramen で食べました。Or you could say ラーメンなんでラーメンを食べました。
True.
Yay.
Yay.
Okay, so notice he put the de with the verb to say that he did this at that place. Okay, the next I'm gonna erase, which we got. This is a new eraser, which is awesome.
Yay.
And a new. Okay, so the next thing would be the ni. So I'm going to actually write this up here. One, make it big, bright. One is ni. Okay? That was not one, that was 2. One is de. 2 is ni. Okay? So ni is the goal in which you're moving towards something. Okay? So if you're moving towards school, you would use the word ni. So ni is if you're moving towards something. So if I say, like for example, if I say, 私 wait, where's that? 私は今日 How far can I go?
You can go more.
今日 学校学校に Good, bad.
A little bit. Like where your arm is, you should stop.
So make it small. Good, bad.
Reflection's messing it up, but it's okay.
Okay. 私は、今日学校に来ません which translates as what?
I went to school today.
来ません
Oh, I didn't go to school today.
Yes. It translates as I did not go to school today. Looking upright.
But isn't it came?
It can be. I did not come to school. I did not go to. Yeah, it would be more
Because
common.
otherwise it would be iki.
私は今日学校に来ます It means the ni is you're moving towards a goal. You're going to school or you're coming to school. But here it's kimasen, so you're actually not doing that. Okay? So there's no movement, but it's referring or applying towards a movement. So I did not come to school today. Okay? How about watashi wa uchi ni karimasen or karimasu. What is that saying?
Karerimasu?
I'm going back home.
Yeah, that's right. Karimasu. What?
I'm going back home.
Yeah, I'm returning home or I'm going home. That's right. Watashi wa uchi ni kaerimasu. I am going home. Notice the ni is your movement towards something. Okay? Bright, would you like to come up with 2 sentences?
Okay.
Okay.
Who is bright?
Mm.
I don't know. You're figuring out the spot, Sam. I forgot all characters were katakana. Oh crap.
Just write in English then. Like katakana words.
Wow. Man, okay. Oh wait, I forgot. I do have to think. Okay. Mm.
私と一緒に I'm trying to seem smart.
Wait. Now you're confusing me.
You have to have somebody else
Yeah.
to do it. 私と somebody. 一緒に or you could say 一緒に
I just ran it. Man, I even forgot how to write that. Oh, crap. You're a lot. Oops.
Ooh.
We're not asking someone out on a date, are we?
Great idea.
Which one of us are you asking on a date, right?
I don't know.
Take your time.
Yeah, that's alright.
You need any help?
Dude, I even forgot vocabulary words. Holy crap. Make sure it's not recording. Delete that. Ah! No, I don't want to do that. Ah!
Yay! Here we did 日本語が好きだったら日本に行ってください. Pretty much he's saying, oh, 日本語が好きだったら日本に行ってください. He's saying here it's very, very, very
What? Is it?
advanced for this, but yes.
Okay, so Nihongo.
Oops, audience.
日本語が
Hint,
好きだったら日本に
I'm not
行っ
familiar
て
with
くだ
that.
さい. What?
I'm not familiar with that.
It's like that's kind of
If you
yeah.
like,
If you
a
like,
condition, if something.
yeah.
I feel unaccomplished.
But it's like if you like Japanese, please go to Japan or the Japanese language. If you like the Japanese language, please go to Japan. But notice here, all we really need to focus on is the ni part of the sentence because that's all we're going over. But you have 日本に行ってください. Please go to Japan. Ni moving forward.
Wow.
Here you have 一緒にスターバックスに行きまようか. So what? 行きましょうか。So, 一緒にスターバックスに行きましょうか。Shall we go to Starbucks? Together. So, are you at? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Coffee is on the right.
Are you kidding me?
Well, he invited us.
Haha, fine.
All right. So did y'all understand?
Ooh.
Okay. So, next thing that we're going to talk about is time. Okay? So, so time can be referred to as, I know he's reading and I wonder what he's doing. Also, while trying to turn off the lights too.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So time refers to not only to a clock time, but also to a weekday time or a weekend time. So, you have 日曜日に京都に行きます. So, notice I have notice how I always seem to go up. Alright, so I have 日曜日に京都に行きます. So, what is this saying? 日曜日に京都に行きます.
You're going to Kyoto.
Yeah.
Kyoto on Sunday.
So, I will go to Kyoto. Well, I'm going to do like the English. Kyoto on Sunday. Good. Okay. Or I could have referring to time, I can do ju ichiji ni nemasu. Okay? So what am I saying here? Ju ichiji ni nemasu.
You're going to bed at 11. We're going to sleep at 11.
Yep. I sleep at 11 p.m. I'm going to put that too, but it's not actually there. Okay, so does that make sense? Obviously it does because he's smiling and laughing. So you have the knee and you have the knee here. So those two knees, get it, those two knees, my knees. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, those two knees.
Okay, that was actually kind of funny. Go on.
Those two knees are referring to not only the days of the week, but also the time. Now, another word that you will learn is, and I'm going to erase it actually. No, so I received a phone call, and obviously somebody is reading while I am teaching, so another student came up and decided to write this. And it says, Nani o yomimasu ka? What are you reading? Omoshiroi desu ka? Is it interesting? You should know this actually, because you said that. Omoshiroi desu ka? Is it interesting? Dame na hito desu ne. He's a bad person, isn't he? Yes, he is. I'm not going to say who it is, but...
And the camera turns. And
I blame you, right?
Actually, I'm probably going to edit that out anyways. Alright, so the other thing that we're going to learn is this word called goro. I messed up. Goro. That's goru. Goro. It means around. Okay, so let's say people ask you, okay, what time do you go to sleep? What time do you do this? And you go, oh.
Goro or goro?
Goro.
Goro?
Goro.
You're missing the 10 marks.
Hmm?
You're missing the...
Oh yeah. I see what you mean. Okay. So, goro, meaning I was like the 10 marks. Okay, so goro meaning around. Okay, so you go around, you go, what time did you go to sleep? Oh, I went to sleep at 10. Well, obviously, probably didn't go to sleep at exactly 10. It might have been 10:03 or 10:02 or something like that. So you say, juji goro, juji da 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 da, or juji goro da 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 da. So, for example, okay, you can also for goro, you can do goro or goro ni. For that substitute. So for example, like this goro is what I mean to say is that substitute for ni. Okay? So you could say ju ichi ji goro nemasu. I go to sleep at around 10 o'clock.
Ni? Where's ni?
Don't need it.
Really?
Goro takes the place of ni. So, juichi ji goro nemasu, or juichi ji ni nemasu.
What's the difference between goro and gudai?
Gudai, I think, is more like, I can ask, but gudai is more referring to how much something is. Not goro is around, referring to time. Gudai is like how long it took, or how much it cost. Around $10. Around around 30 minutes, but you wouldn't say that for time. So it'd be more like gudai is approximately, and then goro is more like around. So approximately 30 minutes. So you wouldn't say, I went to bed approximately 11 o'clock. I mean, you could, but it's more like, I went to bed around 11 o'clock sounds better than approximately 11 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so think of a couple sentences with goro, and think of one sentence with goro and one sentence with ni.
That is 2 sentences right there.
Mm-hmm.
Use your imagination.
Use the same sentence with just replacing me and lazy people always has it right. Not saying
Of course,
that I'm
this
lazy.
is more boring with like just one person.
Yeah, true.
Because before, man, we had a party. I know this is recording, but I used to be, man, we would always joke around like ski-genitis. Like we had one person that said, and it's recorded and it's on YouTube. You can go to YouTube and look at it. But he was just like, I saw Sam in his bathing suit. What? You remember that, right? Oh wait, you weren't there. You weren't there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just like, I saw Sam in his bathing suit. Because we studied marine biology together.
With who?
Corey. He's in, I forget where he is.
Corey 4?
No. Odazir, or I can't even pronounce his name because he hasn't pronounced it for me.
Did he do like 204 yet?
He studied at Auburn.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
But yeah, he's like, I saw Sam in his bathing suit. And we did marine biology together, so of course, but to them it sounded gay. I mean, he didn't mean for it to be funny. He's just like, I'm better than you. Is how it meant for it to be. I'm closer to Samuel.
Closer in what way?
Well, he got ski-genitis, so yeah. Do you have the sentences? Okay, do you want to read them?
Sure. Well, 1時頃昼ご飯を食べました。
Ichiji. Okay, so you did the past tense. So pretty much that is saying at 1 o'clock, at around 1 o'clock, you had lunch. I ate lunch. So, okay, good. And what's your second sentence?
12時頃銀行に行きます。
Juniji, so 12 o'clock. You said goro. Around 12 o'clock, you went to the bank.
Yeah, ikimasu, going to the bank.
Going to the bank at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Gogo? Gozen.
Go.
Gogo. So tomorrow. Okay. Because you were like, because if you're referring to the day, it would be 12 a.m. I'm going to the bank with a gun. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to rob any banks. Well, openly, anyways. All right. So, do you understand that? Good.
Do you understand that, Brian?
Yes, I do. Do you understand that?
I came up with the sentences.
Okay. The next one is e. Okay. So is e. And this is actually very, very easy. Because guess what? It's the same as ni.
Towards something.
Towards something. You're going towards something. I'm going towards
Samuel.
I'm going towards myself. How do I do that? I don't know.
To achieve inner enlightenment.
I'm going towards Corey so I can get ski-genitis now. Okay, so it's moving towards something. So if I were to say, gosh, I'm so gonna do it though. And I'm gonna write it in English too. But if I were to say, Corey, ikimasu.
Wow.
Ski. Janitis. And it's going past it, right?
It's tiny.
I know it's tiny, but I was like, no.
No,
Okay.
you have a little bit of room still.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do this then. Ski Janitis ga hoshii desu.
You can actually go a little bit past the
Yeah.
mark I gave you.
Okay. Hoshii desu. Kara. Okay? I'm not going to translate this part at all because, yeah. But it says, I'm going to Kori, which technically it's a joke. You're not supposed to refer to a person as a place, but you probably could. But it says, I'm going to Kori. Ski janai desu ga hoshii desu kara. All you need to notice is Kori e ikimasu. Now you notice what will happen with 7 people. Okay. So, yeah. Kori e ikimasu. Okay, so another thing would be watashi wa. Oh, okay. So I'm going to take these sentences before and I'm just going to change it up. Okay? So if I say watashi wa, kyou gakkou e ikimasu. Okay? What is that saying?
I did not go to
He did not go to
school
school today.
today.
The exact same. And e is the place. I could also say wow, that's a horrible she. And she doesn't look good either. Watashi wa uchi e kairimasu. Watashi wa uchi e kairimasu.
You're going back to your house.
Yes, I'm going back home. So, the difference between ni and e is that ni can be used for time, and ni can be used for a goal towards moving somewhere. In this one, e can only be used for the movement of a person or a thing to a place, not time movement. Okay? Any other questions about that? Yes, no, maybe so? I'm not going to make y'all write sentences because it's pretty much the same as eh. Okay? Now, the last thing for this is o. Okay? O indicates a direct object, directly involved or affected by. So it's directly involved in something and it's directly affected by something. Okay, so if I say, for example, horrible. If I say kohi o nomimasu. Okay? Notice o is your direct object. We actually studied a little bit of ni and o the week before. But kohi o nomimasu is referring to a direct object. I is your subject, am drinking coffee. Coffee being your direct object. So o or wo as it's supposed to be marks your direct object. Okay, so then you have teipu o kikimasu. Okay, and this says what?
I got tape.
I am listening to a tape. You don't have tape, you're listening to it. Okay? What about what about this one? Huh?
Teshibi?
Not teshi.
Ta.
Te.
Tishi. I don't know.
What about if I do that?
Terebi.
Oh.
Terebi o mimasu.
Oh, okay.
I am watching TV. Okay? So you have o to mark the direct object. Alright. Here is actually what I want you to do. Yay! You get to do some stuff now.
Yeah.
Page 70 in the book. Turn to page 70 and do number. Whoop. Oh, I knew that. Page 66. I lied. I lied to you. I like lying to you.
Good. It keeps us on our toes.
Page 66. B, part B.
66B.
Page 66, big B, small b. BB.
What is it?
At the place to the above sentence. Or at the time to the above sentence. For these. Okay, so here are the answers to what was written. Will you read what you have for number one? Not what's on the board.
Oh,
One of the students decided to read it. What do you have?
2時頃雑誌を読みます。
Nichigoro? Goro? Oh, okay. Library.
Oh, I.
What about library?
図書館で雑誌を読みます。
Okay, good. Nijigoro, Nijigoro, toshokan de zashi o yomimasu. Okay, good. What about number one for bright?
Number one.
Yep. What did you have?
Gogo yonji. It's yon or yo? Yoji.
Yoji.
Or shi.
Yoji.
Yeah, yoji. Han ni. Shishi?
Edit.
No, yeah, Tape o kikimashita.
Good. Or kikimasu. You haven't learned kikimashita, so
Oh, really?
pretty much all we're going to learn is kikimasu. But yes, that is good. Gogo yoji han ni eru de tape o kikimasu. Okay, good. So how about number two, I guess? Yeah, number two.
校でテニスをします。
はい。土曜日に学校でテニスをします。Good job. What about number 3? Right.
午後5時にマクドナルドでハンバーガーを食べました。
Good.
食べます。
Okay, so 午後5時にマクドナルドでハンバーガーを食べます。One thing interesting that I found out is you can say McDonaldo, which is very, very hard to say. Try saying that 5 times fast.
マクドナルド
Yeah, McDonaldo.
マクド
Or you can just say Mac. People know when you go to Japan, you say Mac を食べましょう or マックで食べましょう like not let's go eat McDonald's the whole thing no not the story but yeah マックでハンバーガーを食べましょう or マクドナルドでハンバーガーを食べましょう or 食べます you haven't learned 食べましょう but okay what about the next one
こんばんは。うちでテレビを見ます。
okay
You skipped one.
you skipped one yeah
I did? What did I miss? Oh, my bad. 3時に喫茶店でコーヒーを飲みます。
Good. 3時に喫茶店でコーヒーを飲みます or he put 飲みました but meaning past tense but 飲みます yes
Oh, did I say 飲みました?
no he wrote 飲みました
Oh.
okay what about what about this one that he said
今晩うちでテレビを見るつもりです。OK 見ます。
good very 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 advanced but 今晩うちでテレビを見ます better to put that but yeah and then the last one you probably won't be able to read this but
大学で毎日日本語を話します。
good all right, so good. 毎日、学校で日本語を話します。or he put 勉強していますよ but 勉強します will work as well. So there they're talking but I will accept 毎日学校で日本語を勉強します。I will accept that as well. All right, one other thing before I go into the kanji, and that is one thing that I learned, okay, while doing a little bit of research, and I even wrote it down here, is, and wow, I'm on chapter 2, how nice, should be on chapter 3. One thing that I learned about the ni is whenever you're using the ni, you do not want to use the ni for time expressions such as in the present. So you don't want to use it for today or tomorrow expressions. So today or tomorrow, this would be, okay, so you don't want to use, I was going to write it out, but change my mind. You don't want to use it for today or tomorrow. You don't want to say 明日に nani 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 or 今日に you would use 今日は 明日は whatever but don't use ni and to describe regular events that you do or regular intervals like 毎日に you don't say that or you would say 毎日朝ごはんを食べます whatever, every day. Okay? And for the word when, itsu. Itsu is when, but you don't want to use itsu ni. Just say itsu. Or you can sometimes say itsu wa, but itsu is usually what you would use. And then you also don't use it for the morning, night, weekends. Unlike words like ashita and so these words like ashita, maiban, they're followed by the word ni sometimes, or you could say, but usually not, depending upon the styles and emphasis of personal preference. So, for example, here's what you would do. Ready? This is not what you would do. Okay? I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to write some examples, and then I'm going to go over kanji. Yes, I'm erasing your beautiful handwriting. Okay, so you would do, I don't know whether to use this or that. Okay, I like this one better. Okay, so you would do ashita kimasu. Notice I did not put a ni there. Ashita kimasu. Tomorrow I'm coming. Or I will come tomorrow. Okay? Another example. Maiban. Terebi o mimasu. Every night I'll watch television. Okay, notice, because it's continual, I have maiban every time, I don't use ni. Same with ashita. Okay, itsu kimasu ka? Itsu kimasu ka? Okay, I'm asking, when will you go, right? Itsu kimasu ka? When will you go? Oh, kimasu ka. When will you come? Or, I forgot the i. Ikimasu ka. So, when will you come or when will you go? Okay, so, now, as I said, some words can have ni to them. For example, okay, now they can be, but they're also implied, okay? So, ashita and maiban cannot, okay? But you can say asa, and I'll put this in parentheses because it's based on the writer's preference. You don't have to if you don't want to, but you can if you want to. Shinbun o yomimasu. Or shumatsu ni, parentheses, again if you want to use it or not. Nani o shimasu ka? So what are you doing? What will you do this weekend? Or what do you do on the weekends? Okay? So those are some things that you can use the ni, or you don't have to use the ni if you don't want to. Okay? So now kanji. Okay? Which is actually my favorite.
Because of course.
What?
Because of course.
I do the research on how the kanji came to be. Okay, so kanji. We're just going to go over two kanji. Okay? Okay, so you remember we went over 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we're going to go over 6. Okay? So 6, kanji number 6 is written like that. That is how 6 is. Now, I could go, okay, memorize that at the end. But here's how 6 used to be written, okay? Their orderly form, they think, used to be written like that. Okay? It's like a little
Looks like
circle.
an alien.
Shows 2 hands in which the thumbs of the index fingers are joined in a circle, and the remaining 3 fingers are pointed downwards. So it's kind of like this, and then it used to be the old, yeah, it used to be like the old way of counting 6. But I don't really know how that. I can't do it really that well. But that's how it's supposed to look, kind of. That's how a 6 used to. That's how they used to form 6. I want. How many of these do you want? I want 6.
Huh.
So it used to be 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Or turkey, yeah. But yeah, that's how it used to be. I want 6. Okay? So this is still so it went from this to this, but there's still an earlier formation of that. And it used to be that. So it went from, this should be more up like that. But yeah, it went from that, which is, this was in fact a roof, and originally had the meaning before being used as a phonetic substitute for a complex character meaning clenched fists. So this used to be 6, then it became roof. No, then it became clenched fists, and then it became roof. But it changed from this to this, and then went to there. So slowly but surely it changed. And so, which was an old way of showing 6. So the clenched fist, so the clenched fist, like, you know, as I said, this way, was an old way of showing 6. And so it can kind of look like it. And then it changed to that, and then to that. Okay? Now, so nowadays, here's what they suggest. You ready? They suggested taking, so, you know what, you don't know what this is yet. Okay, but I'm going to tell you. You know what that is?
That's it.
That is 8. Yep. The way that the way the Japanese remember it is you take 2 away from 8. So here's your 8, technically, and you just take 2 away from 8. And that becomes 6. So 8 topped by 6. Now, the last one, originally, okay, so now you know what the other one would be. I'm going to leave that up there. The other one is or 7. Okay? Well, it more had a curve to it. But you're 7. Okay? Originally, guess what it used to be? Weird, but it used to be this. Alright? That used to be your 7. But with a longer lateral line, so this looks like what?
10.
That looks like 10. But the way, like back then, a 10 used to be shorter, and then the 7 would have been like that, longer. That's how they told the difference. So a longer lateral line to represent a line cutting off another. So it was one of the several characters used to phonetically express 7, was probably especially favored since it was roughly resembled a bent finger under a fist. So then it kind of became more, so it became that, and then it kind of changed to the phonetic nana. You know, it's like your mouth, na, and your tongue is sticking out. There's your mouth and your tongue sticking out there. Na, na. You know, 7. But it also represents a clenched fist with a curved finger. I don't exactly know how, but those are those. Okay? So, you have that. So you have 6, and you have 7. Okay? So now, wonderful, lovely homework. Oh, we just love homework, don't we? Yeah, it's the funnest thing ever. Your homework is to do, gotta figure this out, I actually had it thought out. Your homework is to do, oh, what am I doing? I need to go to the back of the book, to the workbook, and your homework is to do 3.3. This is your homework.
Is this in the workbook?
Yep. .3 and 3.4. On page 28 and 27. So this one's on page 27, this one's on page 28.
Good.
Okay? Any questions, comments, concerns, snide remarks? Also take epiphanies? No? Okay. 終わります。